Tomorrow is America's birthday, but today,
we celebrate our Independence Day.
hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome back to the 1996 Project, where I'm covering as many movies as humanly possible from the year 1996 and reviewing them. It's another solo episode. However, just like The Rock, it's one of the biggest movies of the year, and considering how timely it is, 30 years on its birthday, figure why not. So let's get straight into it. Let's talk about Independence Day. Independence Day was directed by Roland Emmerich, and it starred Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman, Randy Quaid, and more. And I don't think I need to give you a great plot synopsis on what Independence Day is. It's Independence Day. If you're watching this, you've probably seen it. The basic gist: aliens come to Earth, destroy most, if not all, of our cities, and it's up to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Dr. Ian Malcolm, and Lone Star to send the aliens packing. Sci-fi movies suck nowadays. They've sucked for a while, but it's gotten to the point where people consider this a good sci-fi movie. This thing, can you possibly imagine? Like Blade Runner 2049 is the best modern sci-fi movie, and we got that in 2017. Most sci-fi movies nowadays don't know how to begin, never know how to end, and their message is just basically, we live in a society so revolutionary. So Independence Day, watching it 30 years later, is so refreshing because it strikes a very careful balance of between being very serious and scary, but also being very fun. In terms of being serious, the movie makes the aliens feel genuinely terrifying, from the size of their ships, like even their arrival in New York, just coming through the clouds turn orange. It's like something coming from hell, but instead of down there, it's up there. And you just see them arrive and you're just like, wow. It just blows your mind, even to this day. Technology is better than us. They look freaky. Like, just from the eyeball test, you just look at it and you just go, there's something not right about them. And an underrated scene, in my opinion, from this movie is when they hijack Brent Spiner's character and Dr. Oaken, and they basically have him talk for them because they have no vocal cords. They communicate mentally. He's like, release me. That whole thing, that is just scary because Bill Pullman's character is just like, what do you want from us? To die. It gets me every time. And then Pullman's like, they consume every natural resource and they move on. Nuke them. Nuke the bastards. It's a great scene. And then when you get into the ships themselves, like, they're like the size of whole planets. Like, we don't even stand a chance. The only way that we can remotely beat them is, well, we make them sick, but we'll get to that in a second. I also love the city destruction here. This is a very good mix of practical effects and CGI. There's a lot of CGI in this. You can't accomplish some of the shots here without a lot of CGI. You just can't. But a lot of the effects still hold up, and I appreciate how they built a lot of miniatures, and they built like a 10-foot scale model White House to destroy. And just that whole shot, just that destruction scene is just genuinely terrifying. They destroy New York, and that's a great little scene too. It just makes you feel like the end is near. There's also a surprising amount of emotion here too. Like Will Smith's character, he and his fiance, or well, soon to be fiance, get separated and they're trying to find each other. The president's wife, the first lady, dies in the initial attack, and he can't process his grief because, he's got to stop the aliens. So it's just these people have to balance their problems while also stopping aliens. The movie does a really good job of making the humans interesting and not just you're waiting for the aliens to show up. I appreciated that. It also helps that the cast is pretty well loaded. You got Will Smith, who was just coming off of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Bad Boys. Arguably, this is prime Will Smith. He's still making music. He's got Men in Black in front of him. Like I said, Bad Boys behind him in terms of his filmography. Like, Will Smith had the golden touch in this era. You got Jeff Goldblum, who's great. You got Bill Pullman, who's probably one of the best fictional American presidents we'll ever get. His "Today we celebrate our Independence Day" scene is just one of the best movie monologues of all time. And it's not just that line, but it's the "We will not go quietly into the night," which is just a great line. It just, that whole speech is just great. And then you got Cousin Eddie himself, Randy Quaid, who puts the cherry on top, where he sacrifices himself to get to the aliens. Like, "Hello, boys, I'm back!" And he flies a plane up there and just kills the ship.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Parlaying that into the fact that this movie's just a blast. Like, yes, the movie is serious at times, but it's also a lot of fun. The air battles are fun. Like, there's a lot of great one-liners. Will Smith punches an alien and says, "Welcome to Earth." Great stuff. And there's just surprising moments of levity, but they don't get in the way of the serious stuff. All in what is essentially just a mid-90s version of the War of the Worlds. Like, think about it. It's very similar to the War of the Worlds. Aliens come from, well, not Mars, but from a planet. They zap all our cities and we kill them via a virus. Kind of similar to War of the Worlds. I could be reaching, I probably am, but I've always thought of it as the mid-90s version of the War of the Worlds. We would get the 2000s one with Spielberg, and less said about the 2020s one, the better. But regardless, this is a, at the time, modern update on the War of the Worlds, and it's getting an amazing grade from me. This movie rocks, and make no mistake. And if you have not seen it for a while, do yourself a favor and rewatch it. It's fantastic. But what did you think of Independence Day? Let me know in the comments. I would love to read what you have to say. My name is Ryan Cam. Happy 4th. See you in the next one.